Hi, welcome to our meditation garden, Osho Bodhisattva Meditation Garden. This garden is established as an edible garden and also for the purpose of meditation, for learning how to quieten your mind and be in a happy state always. So let's enter our garden. Outside we plan to put some bamboos to give a zen feeling, and here we have a huge Ylang Ylang tree that will grow up tall and have fragrant flowers with smell goes up to half a kilometer, I heard. Here you can see we have parking spots made for people who will come with their cars, and between each parking spot we have trees planted. On the right side you will see a Mamey tree, and further at the corner you will see a neem tree that has been cut down a little bit because we heard that hurricane was coming this year, so we wanted to trim and that we're getting too tall. In between the parking we have avocado, small avocado tree there, just planted a year ago, and on the other side we have there a jackfruit tree that is black gold variety. In between also we have two trees actually. In this row you can see there is a lei jujube tree that has been planted. It's the thornless variety and it's giving flowers this year, so hopefully we will have some lei jujube berries to eat this year. There we have a guava, that is the white variety that is from Nepal, and behind there on the other parking lot you can see a Noni tree, and it's giving a lot of fruits this year. You can see Noni, it's rich in vitamins and it has anti-cancer properties, and a very nice decorative tree to have as well, and it's growing fast, so it's a good tree to have in your yard. On the other side of the parking lot we have planted we have actually made a hugel which looks wild now, but we have planted a lot of edibles there, some creepers and climbers, and in front this is an Indian amla, Mallika officinalis. It is one variety of that. It's also called gooseberry. We have on this side we have more of berries. We have the mulberry, the Everbearing Mulberry, and there we have the white mulberry. This here also grows to a huge tree. This is the This is the Pakistani Mulberry. We trimmed it down before the hurricane, and it seems like some caterpillars are eating it big time. We'll need to see if the tree will recover and win over, or we need to help it a little bit. Behind here you can see a small tree, but it's pretty rare. We don't find people growing this much here. It's a sweet tamarind or Manila tamarind. It doesn't get brown like a regular tamarind. It stays red outside and there is sweet pulp inside which is white. Very sweet, and it grows to a big tree as well. Nice shade tree. Here we have ground cover. Yeah, it's actually taking over very nicely and is not allowing any weed, so it's a good way to prevent weed control as well, this ground cover. We have some lemongrass planted here, very easy to grow and grows into a nice bush, so very nice. Okay, let's now get to the other side of the garden. We will be going to our Zen garden. On the way I'll be telling you what we find. This is a tree planted a year ago. This is a star fruit, has not fruited yet, but we can see many flowers are blooming. So hopefully we will get a star fruit soon. We have a lot of flowers. we have utilized this space to grow some mangoes. You will see one variety that is coconut cream variety of mango, very very tasty, and another variety here, it grows into a nice looking tree. This is Fairchild variety of mango. Down here we have some ground cherries, we have okra planted here. So the idea is to have edible garden which also looks good, which also looks well cared for and gives nice beauty to the place. We bought a pergola because the whole concept is meditation garden and it does give a nice look to it. And we have planted it's red, it's more like a sunset color of a Bougainvillea. So there are two from each side and they will be growing over and making a nice colorful flower pergola. Now we are entering our Zen garden. That was the original idea, to have a nice Zen garden. You can see there are we have planted small bushes and small trees here. A lot of butterflies you will encounter. So here is our fire bush, nice butterfly attractant, native. And here, this is our Barbados cherry. It's actually very very rich in vitamin C. And every couple of days it gives cherries, and usually starts off green like this here, and in couple of days, 2 or 3 days, you will see it turning red and it becomes really maroon, and birds like it as well, and it attracts butterflies as well. So bees and butterflies and birds, this whole Zen garden is about that. This here is Beautyberry. You will see how intensely colorful these berries are. They are also supposed to attract birds and butterflies. Now, this whole place here was started as a raised bed, but you can see that it has been taken over. The soil was so fertile, and what we put up here, the mulch and the compost, was so good that everything is growing lush here. That up there that's growing looks very decorative leaves. It's galangal, and the flowers here are from sunchokes, and you can see alacasia here as well. Everything is edible here. That's the beauty of it. Here we have the green anona. It's growing tall every day. So first year it had flowers but it couldn't fruit. I think it wasn't pollinated, but this year hopefully we will be able to have some fruit from here. We have some more berries here. See, it prolifically gives these berries, very very rich in vitamin. One berry is 20 times one orange, equivalent of vitamin C. So very good fruit to have. This whole garden here, you can see, look at the bananas, and every year we get a lot of bananas from here. And this year we were fortunate that there was no hurricane, so you can see here a huge, and they have been growing, and very very sweet bananas. Down here we planted some bee attractant vines, and we have 2 papayas. We already ate papayas from both of these dwarf varieties, and they were very very sweet. One of the most tasty papayas we have ate. It didn't grow big this year. I think this is the first year they fruited, but hopefully they will grow big as we go. Behind here, the background is of the bamboos, and this is a black Timor variety of the bamboo, and it's also edible bamboo. And here we have planted loquat, which is a nice ornamental small tree, plus it gives the loquat fruit. This is a pagoda plant, and it is adjacent to our pagoda. Many people ask, what is that for? It's pagoda. It's a symbol of Zen. It's symbol of Japan, symbol of meditation. and we have planted it together with this pagoda tree. The beauty about it is that we see so many bees and butterfly around, and it's looking nice as well. Be careful, make sure that it doesn't spread, because it spreads with its root. It gives shoot from wherever the root spreads, so we have to by and by take the ones that are growing around and share them with friends. So and now I think we have a couple of bamboos around and some galangal there. There's still a lot of space to be used here for making it beautiful. The grass that you see down that looks so lush is it's a Japanese Zoysia grass that's actually native for this our land, at least. We didn't bring it from anywhere. It was just growing lushly here, and we utilized it. In the front, behind our driveway, we have sea grapes that were here from before, and we planted a curry tree there, and we have some small bush with some ferns, just giving it a rich tropical look. And the curry tree, the leaves you can eat. It's rich in vitamins, and you can put it in your curry when you prepare, and you can eat, and it also gives a nice flavor to the meal. So we will now, let's go to the other part of our garden. Looking at a lantana flower, it's a butterfly attractant and looks very cute and nice as well. Down here you can see again this ground peanut. It makes a nice ground cover, and it controls weed as well. In this garden, it's a meditation garden. You will see many varieties of mangoes, but mangoes are not the only ones. I will introduce you to many different fruits, and different varieties of mangoes which you might not have heard. This is called a Carrie Mango. It's a dwarf variety. Good to have. It will grow a little bit taller, but it will grow very, very slow, so you can always trim it and to your size, and it's one of the tasty mango varieties around. Not many people have heard, but I think you will hear many other tasty varieties today. So again, here, before we go to the other side, you will see some fig trees. Our figs have not given much, and we're still figuring out what they need. Is it some soil? Here, up here, you can see that there are a lot of figs growing, but they drop prematurely. We did have some figs this year that became big, but again, we haven't figured out yet what we will need to do to help them grow. So from here, we will take you behind, and I will just show you some things from far. You can see a papaya here, an avocado. This is the Hass variety that did get broken after a hurricane, and again it's growing. So it did give flowers last year, so it is doing good. Here we have, you can come close and look at these beautiful flowers here. This is a hummingbird tree, and it is growing very, very fast, this tree. Soon it will grow tall and give shade to other small trees around. And these flowers is called hummingbird. We're supposed to start seeing some hummingbirds come here and you suck from the flowers there. So another variety of banana. See, bananas and papayas, they are small, they don't take much space, they look beautiful, and they are very rich source of vitamins. It's better to grow if you have even 6x6 foot, then go to the grocery and buy, because these are natural, organic, and you don't have to import them, and they will be better flavor than what you get in the shopping mall. Some other variety, this variety of mango that we just planted, we got it from Zill's mango farm in Boynton. This is the Ugly Betty variety of mango, and one of the best tasting mangoes that we had last year. Some pomegranate seedlings, some alocasia, another loquat there. So this whole area, we will by and by, as trees start to grow, we will have more undercover bushes and make it like a lush green tropical forest here. I will just tell you, we have many different varieties of mangoes here. Here we have papaya. This is the Mikus Mango. It is pretty tall. This is the biggest because we were given this mango by the guy who sold us this land. He already had a seedling and we grafted it, and we call it Mikus Mango. It seems like it is a Glen, but it tastes different than Glen mango, so we decided to call it Mikus Mango and see how the seedling does and how the graft does. Other different varieties of mangoes here. We have here the Mallika Mango. It's from India and we haven't had any fruits from this. We will see how it does this year. Briefly, I'll take you all different mangoes. This is a Cogshall Mango. Also good. It's I would say a mango with no complaints. Not so much rich in aroma or no spicy flavor, but it's just sweet and you wouldn't complain. If you want to give to a friend, give this. It looks beautiful outside when it is ripe. Peach cobbler mango, very tasty. One of the late varieties this year, but one of the very tasty. It did come up to the first 3 top tasting mangoes for me this year. Another good variety is a sweet tart mango. It's a little bit tart when it is fully ripe, but if you ripen it further it becomes sweeter, and we liked it very much. Its color is green when ripe, but it's very good quality mango. This is a dot mango. It looks very nice from the outside, and it's also one of the sweet tasting mangoes. Down here by the fence there was a banana, and see how the whole tree is bending because now the weight of the bananas is pulling it down, and I think we shouldn't let it touch the ground. We will be pulling it with a rope to the fence so that it can come up no diseases. We did plant some bamboos here. Some took, some did not take it seems, but we plan to have bamboo growing at the fence. Wow, look at our guava. This is the pink, Barbie pink varieties, and it's intensely flavorful. Only one trouble is that we do have Caribbean fruit flies, and they do tend to enter. Very intensely strawberry smell and very sweet inside and big size as well. This is the Barbie pink. We planted it 2 years ago and it's prolifically giving fruits. And we don't do much. We don't spray any fertilizers. All we have done is we make sure that the ground is mulched well so that we don't have to hose it every day, every week. It's been doing good with this mulch. And it's been doing very well, and you see some guavas are down here, and this was inside a net, and this was to prevent the Caribbean fruit fly to enter, but we do see a fly here outside. So these flies, they enter and they lay eggs inside. Another guava that we have here is another variety which is also pink inside. This is the Tikal Guava. See, some guavas have dropped, and there might be food for opossum and raccoons at night. While we are here, I want you to show a little bit more on what we have. This is a black sapote tree. Looks very lush green, dark green leaves. We haven't had fruits yet, although it flowered, and turns out that it needs a male and female plant together to flower. We did plant sugar canes. This is a green variety and this is a black variety. Many people don't know what sugarcane is. It's you can cut here, you can peel this off, and we used to peel this off. We used to go to where I grew up. It was growing so much, we just cut, peel it off with your teeth and just chew the juicy, fresh juice, sweet juice that's inside, and good for your teeth as well. It's a nice brush, tooth cleaner. Jamun tree, Java plum, very popular in India, not so much here, people don't know about it. The berries as it grows are dark black, more taste like grapes, and it is a cure for diabetes, but it's not been advertised much. Nobody wants you to know about that. Behind there you can see we have a river, so we are close to the river. Our garden is very close to a water body, and it's good for meditation to be close to river. Everything flows down, there's nothing stagnant here. Plus we want to keep everything alive, and there seems like an olive tree, but I'm not sure it will give olive berries. It hasn't flowered or fruited yet. We will wait how it does in coming years. And any small space we see, especially close to the river, we plant coconuts. So you see coconut palms, we planted it here. They'll be close to the river. It will hold the soil by the river. You won't need to do anything crazy by the river. All you need to do is stop cutting trees and start planting trees, so that the roots make a good grip on the soil. Okay, so let's introduce you to our meditation circle. This is the meditation circle here. It's supposed to be an outdoor meditation place, and I think this place can hold at least 30 people. And when the weather starts to get cool, we will be hosting our meditations outside here in the garden. It's very beautiful and place, and once these trees grow, there will be more shade. Plus there are many ornamental jasmines there, and I'll show you. That small tree there is called a strawberry tree, and it will grow up into a nice handsome tree. And we have some berries here. This is gurumichama that also becomes around 10 feet tall, and there is another here that is cherry of Rio Grande. This is Brazilian cherry, also very sweet, edible cherries. Also you will grow up into a tall bush. Some sweet potatoes we planted and protected it from iguanas. Some sugar canes in this small hugel that we created. This is jabuticaba. It will also grow up 10-12 feet and grows very slowly and gives berries that are rich in vitamins. Down here we plan to plant more of the fragrant bushes, jasmines, gardenias. This is the night blooming jasmine, that is gardenia, Vietnamese. So we want to plant and we want to make it more look like fragrance as well as tropical look. There from far you can see our langan that suffered a hit from the bobcat when the bobcat was bringing in soil, and it is recovering. It is doing well since then. This is the entrance to our circle actually when you come from the driveway, and you can see we made it this arch, and then we decided to plant hyacinth bean and jasmine, and it's already looking lush. This is how we wanted it. Now when the flowers start to bloom, then it will be very, very good. You see some bugs here if you come very, very close. And this does look like red on black. So this is a ladybug, and it's eating the bugs that are harming the plants. So you don't need to spread pesticides. Nature takes care of itself. If you want to do organic gardening, you will see a lot of and we did not spread these ladybugs. They found these bugs themselves. The ladybugs came. So this is just when you do things organically, when you have you don't break the link of chain, then the plant itself will give stress signals and call the ladybugs to help. So this is how we are doing. Some giant alocasias here on both sides.